pressure is almost entirely on Barcelona. No Neymar, so it's just 2/3 of their talented trident tonight. There's no more Champions League either, so they have to put Wednesday's quarter-final exit behind them. Their season now really rests on this game. However, look at this. This I find very surprising, Guillaume. In the last 11 Clásicos, he's failed to score in 9 of them. And in fact, he's failed to score in all of the last 6. Why?
No idea. I think it's the first time I don't have an answer for anything, because actually you're talking about a very good Barcelona, a very bad Barcelona in that period, and an alright Barcelona. So now you can say, right, when they play 3-4-3, for instance, it doesn't work because actually it becomes a funnel, there is no space for him. If Neymar doesn't play, like today, there'll be 2 or 3 on Messi, he won't score, it'll be difficult for him to score. There's a lot of reasons that you can go into detail to, but
in this team, he's outstanding. The way he goes forward, the way he does defense, he's playing as a 10, left winger, left back, tackling in his box, assisting in the other one. I mean, this is an example because it wasn't easy for him when he first arrived in Madrid.
Iniesta to Rakitic. Messi, you can't pin him down to a position. Jordi Alba. Suarez has hung deep. Ooh, whistles one in. Jordi Alba. There were a few weeks where Jordi Alba was sacrificed as Luis Enrique experimented with his formation, playing 3 at the back. No room for experimentation tonight against Real Madrid. Messi gets past Casemiro. He's going to have to watch his step tonight, Casemiro. That's his job, to stop the flow in midfield, and the referee. Yeah, very early booking. That's dangerous.
He doesn't need to get. That's one of the things he needs to improve on for me. That's tightrope rope he's walking now, and he doesn't really need to do that early on. He's only on the halfway line, and he doesn't need to foul him.
Messi really closed down. Messi leaves Modric and Casemiro on his way. Messi going solo. Rakitic, Sergio Roberto. Messi. Casemiro has another little dig in him. He has to watch his step after that early yellow card. But now to sit back, to condense, to absorb. Rakitic to Messi. Casemiro leaves him on the floor again.
Oh, I don't know, I think he maybe didn't have possession of the ball. That's what they're arguing there. He had lost possession of it.
PK to Rakitic. Lionel Messi. Busquets. Rakitic leaves it for Messi. Messi full steam ahead. Brilliant! Lionel Messi hasn't scored in 6 Clásicos, but he's back to haunt Real Madrid.
Cut and thrust, absolutely superb. Well, he's on his 46th goal now, Rob. And the little man does what he does best. Clever play, combination, lovely little 1-2, acceleration into the box, and an absolutely top drawer finish.
Well, one for the history books as well, because this is the goal that puts him ahead of everybody else as the scorer in Clásicos. One more now than the great Di Stefano.
Look at his first touch coming in here. He looks like he's lost it there to Carvajal. He goes past him in a flash. Look at the body swerve, the great balance, and then he slots it past the goalkeeper. Fabulous goal from Lionel Messi. My goodness.
499 goals in Lionel Messi's career.
Well, I was told he hadn't scored in 6 Clásicos, and my mate Frankie's a big Barcelona fan and big Messi fan, and he told me he was going to score today, and he did.
Here's Bale.
That's way over the top. Way over the top. I think that's the first shot they've had on target, Barcelona. As we come up to 40 minutes on the clock.
There's Suarez. Casemiro is beaten by Suarez, steals it off him. Messi, it's a slip from Ramos. Well, one back, but it's only to Lionel Messi. And Messi, well, tries to curl it in. He is convinced that it took a helping deflection on its way. He's not saying anything, he can't, because he's got a gag in his mouth, but it's all hand movements.
Well, I think they're looking for the free kick for the foul on Casemiro earlier. The referee hasn't given that. That takes a deflection.
It did appear that it came off Casemiro.
Yeah, it definitely took a deflection.
Sorry,
Carvajal came off. Casemiro was the one on the ground. They were saying he was fouled, but mistakes have got a little bit complacent, I think. Real Madrid at the back.
Got the ball to Alves Iniesta. Messi. Oh, brilliant ball. Suarez. Alcacer makes the angle. Jordi Alba comes in and, well, he got a connection on it.
Well, it was Marco Asensio, who was backtracking and maybe done enough to put him off, but they've had a couple of good opportunities, half chances.
Minutes to the first half. Brilliant ball from Suarez. Messi waiting for Rakitic to make the move, but Rakitic doesn't have that turbocharge. Messi does. Collides with Casemiro again. The referee felt that was the immovable chance.
You don't think they're trying to get him sent off any chance, because everybody, PK, Sergio Roberto, all come surging forward trying to get him sent off. And let's see it again. He comes across. That's a foul. He could easily have booked him for that. And that's why I said the first foul was a silly one.
Iniesta. Messi.
Oh no, that's a good tackle. This is the pressure they put on the referee now. Watch this one, Rob. And Marcelo knows, everybody knows what is going on. There's Rakitic over the ball with Messi.
It is Messi. It's un-Messi-like.
He knows that. He knows he can do better.
Rakitic. Busquets. Messi. Suarez makes an angle for him into the stride. Well, some players go into a sulk. You know that Cristiano Ronaldo will not do that. It's going to...
Toni Kroos is just slacking a bit for me, Rob. I don't know if he's run out of steam.
Gets around Casemiro. Messi, the one man who's standing between Barcelona and a goal at the moment.
Good save. We've seen some excellent goalkeeping, Rob, in this second half. That's why we haven't had any goals.
It's a game that never needs hype, and it's living up to the historical value. The 174th El Gran Clásico. What's in the final chapter? This is Jordi Alba. Lionel Messi. Rakitic teases Real Madrid. Tries to find the gap. Rakitic!
Oh, what a goal.
Stunning goal! Patience pays off! And you can see what it means to Luis. PK is the rock-like figure for Barcelona. Oh, Messi. It's one of those tackles where Ramos had committed himself to the ball. Oh, straight red. Ramos is off.
Goodness.
Well, the referee didn't even consider that. He turned it. He was about to speed past him, and Ramos had committed himself. And for the second season in a row, Sergio Ramos is sent off against Barcelona by the same referee.
Well, he has these rash moments, Rob, and he has thrown himself in. My first thoughts were it was probably a yellow, but let's have a look, see.
Busquets. Suarez to Messi. It's 3-on-2 in their favour. No, Kovacic is taking one for the team.
Yeah, yellow card.
Well, they're not disputing the foul, they're disputing at the other end of the field that they should have had a corner. Messi. He's been in menacing form, little Messi. Keylor Navas.
Oh, I think he's made more saves now than Ter Stegen, Rob. And I'm saying something, he didn't make a save in the first 30 minutes.
He's certainly not losing his powers, little Messi.
turns on a sixpence, gets past Toni Kroos and then unleashes that shot.
I think we said in a goal of his a few years ago, he was at the peak of his powers, how wrong we were. He's never peaked, do feel for Luis Enrique and his team, leading until the death again, and another late dramatic goal from Real Madrid.
Great run, Sergio Roberto.
This is where the extra man is paying off for Barcelona. One final roll of the dice. Can they hit the jackpot? Gomez, Jordi Alba, Lionel Messi!
Oh my goodness!
Lionel Messi does it again. He's superhuman. Oh, Lionel Messi has just exploded La Liga into life. Another chapter in the incredible story of this little man.
Oh my goodness, you cannot write the script for this, Rob. This is unbelievable stuff. Look at the faces of the Real Madrid fans and the Real Madrid players. Unbelievable. It's blown the league wide open.
His 500th goal for Barcelona is possibly the most significant one. How much is that shirt worth?
He's going to get booked, but he don't care. He's going to get booked.
Book me, jail me, handcuff me. He doesn't care what they do to him tonight. Extract his teeth. He has scored the goal.
What a run from Sergio Roberto. This is brilliant, Rob. From right back spot, good engine. And he starts it all off. And then the ball's played out wide. Andre Gomez, he plays in Jordi Alba, cuts it back. And then watch this from Messi. What a finish. That's his 47th goal of the season, Rob. And he is the best.
He's the best there is. He's the best there ever has been. Possibly the best there ever will be. As those Real Madrid defenders that were left in his trail there, he has taken Barcelona level with Real Madrid at the top of the table in an instant of magic. The slightest of gaps, the biggest of goals from Lionel Messi. 500 up for him.